I love this sound. Check it out. Maybe not even that there. Just that. Just having a big F and then an A way above it. Just this big third. I just love that sound. I don't know why. It's just like a weird little quirk of me. Anyway, back to this. So this is a nice sound. It's going to really reinforce tonic quite well. Let's look at another one. Another way we could start off. We could do an F and a C. So this is okay, but not great. Why? The reason is we don't have a third. So we have an F and a C. We have our tonic root note and then the fifth above it. All right, and if you remember, just having a fifth doesn't give us the quality of the chord. It doesn't give us really the flavor of the chord. So we're kind of stuck in this open fifth. It's acceptable, but it's not great. It really doesn't enforce tonic really well. It can give the sense of... It just gives kind of a hollowness that isn't awesome. So do that in a pinch if you really have to, but it's not a great way to start your piece because it doesn't emphasize tonic quite as strongly as these other ones do. There's one other way we could do it that is probably the least strong to emphasize tonic, and that would be something like this. What do I have here? I have the third of our tonic triad and the fifth of our tonic triad, but not the root. That can work, but it's really not a great way to start this kind of a counterpoint, because what are we going to hear in this? What we're actually going to hear is not that this is a third and that this is a fifth. Remember, this is the first thing we're going to hear in the piece. So more likely what we're going to feel when we hear this is that this is a tonic and this is a third above that, because we're going to hear an A and a C. We're going to interpret this right away as being in A minor. So that's not the best way to start off our piece if it's an F, right? Because all of a sudden we're going to feel like we're on the third scale degree, or everything's going to feel off. So we can cause problems by doing that. Saying that this is acceptable is a little weird, because remember, we're being a little blurry with the rules now. So yeah, it's acceptable, you can do it, but it doesn't sound good, so why would you? That's kind of where we're heading here, is like what sounds great. So I would not recommend that. If you want to just purely reinforce tonic, go with that. If you want to have a little more color in it, try this one or this one, but this one is less good than this one. If you want to be a little different with it, try this. But all of those are going to emphasize tonic. This one will emphasize tonic in a way, but is not the preferred way to start. Cool? Okay. So that's how we get started and come up with our first interval for this kind of a soprano bass 18th century 2-to-1 style counterpoint.